Good afternoon, everyone. I hope my screen is visible. In our previous session, we have seen few things about the collection classes, right? We have just discussed the hierarchy of the collection class, how many interfaces are there, and what kind of classes we are having, right? That what we have seen. Now, what we are going to see today, our very first class, which is the most important, the array list class, right? And one more, that is abstract list, that also we'll see in detail. Okay. All the contents and here the programs are taken from the Explodix and Java tutorial points. Some of the points are taken from there. So let's start. So this is what we have seen, right? This is hierarchy of collection framework. So here we have seen a very first is iterable, then we were having here collection. That is again the interface, right? This orange color is all about interfaces and this pink color shows classes, right? So here we are having three main classes in the list interface, that array list, linked list, and here the vector. We will see first array list class, right? We have seen this list interface, right? Some of the methods of it, how to add an element, add all the elements, get, which will give you the element, right? You can set the element at the particular position. You can remove the element. And here you can even set this list iterator. It is used to return an iterator to a starting of your invoking list. This is what we have seen that we will use today in our example. That is why I'm again repeating this thing, right? List iterator is simply nothing but a kind of pointer, right? A pointer is pointing to your list, but where? Starting of your list. And if you wish to set it to a particular index, then you can set it via simply passing integer in the index, right? So this is what we have seen. List iterator is again a kind of interface, right? Fine. List interface, list iterator interface. This interface is used to traverse the element in backward and forward direction. This element is particular, this interface is particularly used to traverse into your list, right? So what is the declaration of this public interface? List iterator, this E for generics, right? That extends iterator. Okay, this extends iterator. So where is iterator? This is your list, and inside that there is one more interface is iterator, right? Then here are some of the methods which you already know. In the scanner class also we have seen this method, if you remember, has next, right? So if any element is there, we can read it, right? So this method will return true if the list iterator has more elements when traversing through this list in forward direction. And if we are traversing into the backward direction in reverse direction, then you are having one method has previous. This method return true if the list iterator has more elements when traversing the list in reverse direction from last to first, right? And only the next, which will return what? Next element into the list, right? And advance the cursor position. It will go forward or the backward, right? For the backward, it is previous. For the forward, it is next. Fine. When you will write next, it will move your cursor and it will return you the object. Same way here, if we will use this previous method, this will return you the previous element into the list and moves the cursor position into the backward position, right? So this is what list iterator interface will do. I hope it is clear. Only two methods you have to remember: has next and has previous. Okay, These two methods are actually the Boolean one. I mean, return type is Boolean. Next, previous only. Right? These two methods are only returning true and false. It is not actually returning you the element. If you wish the element, then you have to use next method and previous method. I hope it is clear. Then a very first class, that is abstract list class. You can see directly hierarchy and then we will discuss this. Here any of the class, say suppose that is the array list class, they all are actually extending abstract list. Okay. All the classes are actually extending abstract list class. I'm even having one more figure which I have not included here is just one. Just a minute. I've not included that figure here. I'll open it with pen. So here, this is what the actual figure you can see here. This is vector, array list, and linked list. These three classes are actually extending abstract list class, and that implements list interface, right? And that again implements the collection interface, or you can say extends, right? Extends. Interface can extend another interface, right? So this is what the actual figure is. And here we are seeing this abstract list as the first. Then we'll start with the array list and linked list and this vector. Okay. So this is what the figure. I hope it is clear. Abstract list class, which is actually the parent class of vector, array list, and linked list. Fine. Okay. So back to our presentation. The abstract list class in Java is a part of Java collection framework and implements the collection interface and the abstract collection class. It is used to implement unmodifiable list for which one needs to only extend abstract list class and implement only here the two methods, get and size method. Size method will return you what is the size of this abstract list, and get will return you actual object of that class, right? So we'll see the demo, don't worry. Yes, here it is. Previously we have seen this, right? This collection demo, where I have shown you the example of this array list, which we have created for a string data type, right? We have added some of the elements, and here what I said is you can traverse through this list via two different ways. One is for each loop, right? And another one is using iterator. Okay. I hope I'm audible to you guys and you are listening to me and you are awakened. Yes. Okay. Fine, fine. Okay. So now we'll see abstract list demo. Here, this is what I have created. Abstract list string list is equals to new array list. Why? Because abstract list is the abstract class. So we cannot create object of it. So what I've done is I've just created reference named as list. It's of type string and it is pointing to new array list which I have created for the string, right? So we can use this add method to add the elements into the list. So list dot add gigs for gigs. I have kept it same due to the copyright issue, right? And I have added more elements, 10 and 20 and so, right? But they all are considered as string, right? They are not integer one, they are the string. Now what we are doing is we will simply print this list, right? Displaying the abstract list. I'll simply write system.out.println what is abstract list, and I'll print the list over here. And then I'll remove list.remove of 3. So first we'll run this. Okay. So here in abstract list, they are showing whatever the elements they are having in the square bracket by default. If you wish to print in a single line, right, then you have to use that while loop and that for each loop and so, right? You understand. So here they are just showing what elements this list is having. So it is gigs 4, gigs 10 and the 20. This is what it is having. Now what I'm doing is list dot remove. When I'm removing the third index from this list, at that time this gigs 4 gigs means 0th index, first index, second index, and this third index means this 10. This 10 has been removed. So again we are printing the list after removing the elements, right? Very simple things. I mean, you just need to add, remove, right, append. Those things only you need to do. Append means again you have to add only, or you are having two different lists and you wish to add all the elements of one list to another list. That is also possible by using add all, right? So we'll see one by one, don't worry. I hope this is clear what is abstract list is, right? Abstract list can use any of the type. Either it is array list, or it is vector, or it is a linked list, right? Fine. Then list iterator. We have seen just, right, what is list iterator. So I have created again here the array list class, array list string al equals to new array list of string. Then I'm adding few names here, okay? Then here is the same program that what we have done previously, right? We were adding the elements and second position we have seen, okay, fine. But here the new thing is what you can see here. Here we have printed all the elements via for each loop, right? Via for each loop, I was simply writing string because these elements are of string, then any of the element name, then colon, then array variable name. Means here your array list is a class, so you can say al is then object, right? So that object name you can write here. And then you are printing this s. So the same thing you can even print with the use of iterator. I said there are the two different ways. One, for each loop, second, iterator. So that second one, that what we are using here. So what I'm creating list iterator of string itr is equals to where I need to point out, my pointer. So it is at al, right? So al dot list iterator. Via this method list iterator we have just seen, right? This method will set the pointer to the starting of your array list, right? Now traversing elements in forward direction. So we'll use here while loop because this has next method will return me boolean whether true or false, means elements are there or not. If elements are there, it means it will return true, and we can go inside this while loop. So itr, which is your iterator object, right? Or you can say the reference, because list iterator is interface. It is interface, so you cannot create object of interface like list iterator itr equals to new list iterator, no, fine. So itr dot has next means if the elements are there to read, we are printing itr.next, because via next method it will return the actual object, whatever it is. So at very first it will return this as a string, right? So it will be printed. Now if you wish to traverse in here into the backward direction, then you are having a method has previous, right? It is again a boolean one you can use inside the while loop, and you can print itr.previous here. Here you will use itr.next. All right. So we'll print this. So this is what the output, right? First, we are traversing the element into forward direction. So Amit, Sachin, Vijay, and Kumar. This four. Then we will start from the backward direction. So Kumar, Vijay, Sachin, and then Amit. This is how it will print. So is it clear what is list iterator is? It starts from next. Oh no. Next method is just returning you the current element wherever your iterator pointer is pointing. And after returning the element, it will move forward. Okay. So whenever you will use next again, it will give you another element. Right now, that what I said already. Yeah, okay. It will simply return the element. Ma'am, there is any index method in background of this method? No, no index method. It is only working based on next, 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 next. It will still move on, right? Whenever you will get -1 even, right? But we are checking this condition into the while loop. That is why they are printing exact element. Okay. So always use this inside some looping condition. Okay. Otherwise, it will even take null, right? Which is -1. I mean, no element is there. So that is why we are writing it inside the while loop always. That while it has some elements, then and only then do this next. Okay. Then and only then do the next. Inside this loop only. Fine. We have seen abstract demo. Then we'll see what is array list. Okay, that what already we have seen. Now we'll see some theory about it. What is array list class? Okay. I hope your doubt is clear, right? No further question is there. Move further. Okay. So what is array list class? Java array list class use dynamic array for storing the elements. This is what the framework, this is what the class which is already provided by Java, right? So dynamic array, if you are creating by your own, so every time, if you remember in C or C++, I mean in C language, you used to write malloc, calloc and so, right? So dynamically, according to the size, you will create the array, then you will perform the linked list operations or stack operation or the queue operations, right? But here you don't have to apply your logic because you are using array list class, and array list class is using dynamic array mechanism for storing the elements, right? It inherits abstract list class, that what we have just discussed, and implement list interface. So important points about the array list class is what? Array list class can contain duplicate elements. It may contain duplicate elements. So if you are entering 2 times the same name, it is fine, right? It is not verifying that. Then array list class maintain insertion order, because whatsoever you will add, that will be into the next index. array list class is non-synchronized. It is not synced, right? Array list allows you random access because array works at the index basis. So you can fetch any of the element at any of the time, like array list of, index of 5 or index of 2 or 0, means whatever the elements you wish to fetch, that you can fetch via index. So random access is allowed. And here Java array list class manipulation is slow because lots of shifting needed to be occurred if any element is removed from the array list class. Whenever you are applying remove method, that element will be removed and they need to shift now all the other elements into very next index, right? You can understand if there are 5 index, right? 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Some of the elements are here like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Right? If you are removing element which is on the third index, means 40, that you are removing, right? So what they need to do is, now indexes are same like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So what they are doing is, this element will be removed and now on the third index 50 will be placed, right? And on the fourth index 60 will be placed and this will be blank, right? So this is what array list class needs to do whenever you are removing element from particular index. Okay, fine. Yes, clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, fine. So again, back to our slide. So what is hierarchy of array list class as shown in diagram here, right? This is what the diagram. The Java ArrayList class extends abstract list class, which implements list interface. The list interface extends collection and iterable interface in hierarchical order, right? Here is the list, collection, iterable. They are in the hierarchy. I'll just remove some space from here. So what the array list class declaration is, so here you will find this two words like clonable and serializable. So they two are the interfaces. There are lot many methods are there for this clonable and serializable, right? So here these two interfaces are not in our syllabus, but still if you wish to search, you can. If you wish to make any clone or such kind of thing, then you can use this clonable interface, right? And serializable is also there. So in a simple class declaration, it is public class array list extends abstract list, implements list, which is your main interface, and then if you wish, you can even add clonable and serializable, right? Two ways to iterate the elements of collection in Java. One is by iterator interface and second by for each loop. That's what we have discussed and we have already seen the example, right? So what are the constructors in array list? First is you are not specifying anything here, right? Array list, simple opening and closing. So this is to use to build an empty array list. You don't have any elements here, right? Then you are creating array list and one of the collection you are giving here. So it is used to build an array list that is initialized with the elements of the collection C. Whatever the elements you are having, that you are giving at the starting of when you are creating array list, right? So you can pass this collection object here. So that will be initialized, and you can build this array list with some integer capacity, that it is used to build an array list that has some specified initial capacity, that I want to add 100 elements. So you can give at the time of when you are creating array list class, you can specify here that is integer 100, right? Integer capacity. So it will build your array list class with 100 capacity. Okay. Then what are the different methods we are having here? What different methods we are having? Read it out. Yes. First method is add, where you are passing integer index and here the object element. Whatever the element you wish to add, that you can specify here, whether it is of string type, whether it is your user defined data type, and you can create any of the class, you can create the object, and that object also you can pass here. That is also possible, right? Okay. Then here you are having another method, add all method. Add all, and when you are passing collection, it is used to append all the elements in the specified collection to the end of the list. That what I said, no, you can append, but for that you have to use add all method in the order that they are written by a specified collections iterator. It will maintain the sequence of the index. Okay. Then clear, it is used to remove all the elements from the list. So you will just need to write clear. Then last index of, it will return the last index of the occurrence of a specified element. If you wish to know where 20 is, so you can pass over here in bracket 20, because you have taken string, right? In our previous examples. So I'm giving you that example only. And if no specified element is found, then it will return -1 if list does not contain this element. Right? Then to array, it is used to return an array containing all the elements in the list with the correct order. So it will return a whole array. So return type is this square brackets, right? Then to array, and it is used to return an array containing all the elements into the list in correct order, in which list you are specifying. Okay. Then boolean add, which is simply returning you whether specified element is added or not. If added successfully, it will give you true, else false. Add all, again, you can add at particular index also. Here we have seen only collection, but you can even specify particular index. So it is used to insert all the elements in specified collection into the list starting at specified position, right? And index of, it is used to return the index of the list of the first occurrence of specified element. If I wish to know where Ravi is, right? So index of Ravi is returned, right? Here, say suppose I'm saying that where the Ravi is. So it is on 0th index. So it will return me 0, right? So that is why index of will return integer. It's only returning index. Okay. So is this clear? Any doubt into the methods? Anyone? Not, right? Okay. Fine, that is clear. Good.
Ma'am, what is here in correct order, ma'am? I am confused in correct order.
Means zeroth index, first index, second index, and so on, because we are appending to list. Say suppose we'll see the example. Don't worry. right? So it will simply append into correct order. Means, see, here I am having one of the array list which is having 0 to 4 index, right? Okay, and I'm having another list which is having only 3 elements. Okay, so it is 0, 1 and 2. Now if I wish to append this to array list, then it will start with the correct order, like on 5th, 6th and 7th. Which elements which was there on 0th index, right? 0th index, it was 50, or will take something else like 100, 200 and 300. So it will follow this order only: 100, 200 and 300 on 5th, 6th and 7th index. Right? Got it? Fine. Okay. Fine. Linked list we'll see next time. We'll not see that. We'll see the examples of the array list demo. Okay. So here we are having the array list demo, right? We are creating one of the array list which is having string data type. List is equals to new array list, and we are specifying string. You can even create this array list of integer, or not exactly integer, but integer. That is what means you can create here for just classes, because string is a class, no? Same way you can create this for wrapper classes, all the wrapper classes like float, double and so, right? So you are creating here the array list, then you are adding the elements, list dot add, you are specifying here, and you can even repeat the element. Have you seen this? I'm entering the same element 2 times here, right? So we are traversing list through iterator. So iterator ITR is equals to list dot iterator. What it will do, it will just point to your list, whatever the list you have specified, whatever the name is over there on the very first element, or you can say on 0th index, it is pointing right now. Who is pointing? This ITR, right? So while ITR dot has next means you have some of the elements to read, at that time you will print it, right? So ITR dot next. This is the very simple example of the array list, right? You can run this. I mean, we have seen this. So it will print the same element even for more than one time. Okay. Then example of array list add all, that what I said, no? So here you are creating 2 different array list. One array list that is of string al is equals to new array list of string, right? I'm here adding 3 elements, Ravi, Vijay and the Ajay, 3 elements. Now I'm creating another array list which name is al2 equals to new array list of string. Here in AL2, I'm adding ABC and PQR. So what I'm doing is, I'm appending this 2 array list. So what I'm doing is AL dot add all AL2. Okay, so we are adding second list into the first list, because this is what your first list, this is what your second one. It will it will start to check from left to right. If you wish to add first list behind the second one, so what you need to write, al2 dot add all al. Simple. So it will add first list to the second. But here what we are doing, we are adding the second list to the first one into the correct order. Okay. So again, we will use here iterator. So iterator ITR is equals to al dot iterator. So my iterator means the pointer is pointing right now to the starting of the list. Now we'll fetch is any element is there or not. So we will print that element, right? So now we can check after appending. Have you seen this? First Ravi, Vijay, Ajay, and then ABC, PQR, right? So this is what adding the elements. or adding one list to another, appending you can do via add all method. Add all. Okay. Then we are removing the elements from the array list. So what we are doing here is array list string al is equals to new array list string. Here we are adding the elements, add Ravi, Ajay, Vijay and Ajay. Then we are creating another list, right? And we have given some name here, right? Ravi and Hanuman. Then al dot remove all al2. So what it means, what it will do, we are removing all the elements of al2. So here iterating all the elements after removing all the elements, what we will have, iterating the elements after removing of al2, that is only Vijay and this Ajay. Why? How this is possible? Can anybody know the answer? Then they can. al2 al dot remove all al2. What it will do? Again, I'm showing you what is the output. If you have any idea. Any guesses? Yes, Matthews is writing it will delete elements of AL which is in B1 as well. Okay, it will remove what's in AL2. Okay. Yes, it removes Ravi of AL2. How is that? Delete the similar one. Not exactly, otherwise there would be this also, no? Hanumat should be there. But here that is not there actually. So it is not removing only similar elements. It's only showing you Vijay and this. Vijay and Ajay. So yes, one of you have given the correct answer. If the elements are the repeated one, right, and that element is there in AL2, then it will remove from your AL2 list also as well as from AL1 also, and it is removing all the elements of your AL2 because we have written no remove all AL2. So it will remove all the elements of AL2 as well as it will remove the element of AL if any similar element is there in AL2. Right? Yes, yes. Correct. Fine. So now just implement this program and try here again the similar kind of thing. I mean, similar methods you can apply. Here you are having so many methods, no? So try this last index of or index of or anything. This will give you the last occurrence of a particular element, right? Or you can search for remove all method, right? What it is doing. Here you are creating two different lists, right? Here you are having two different lists. And add all and remove all. This is what you are using whenever you are having more than two lists, right? It is not that you are using for a single list. Add all and remove all. This two you are using with when you are having more than one array list. That is first thing. Okay. So can we start linked list class today? Or you are trying this? Because we'll be having very few things here in our syllabus. See, first is the list class, means this abstract list. Then we are having array list class, then we are having linked list class, and here the vector class. So these three classes are from this abstract list, right? And then only one thing, enumeration iterative statement. Only this many things we are having, and we'll be able to finish this. That is why I've reduced my speed, because now we are remained with only single unit, which is the applet, and we are having sufficient time, I think. Fine. So, okay, you can try this, right? You try the different methods, or you can try this program right now. Right? We are just trying different methods. Huh? Here we are finding the last index of one person, but we can even add here again Willard Kumar. Right? Let's check again. So it will return you 4 now, right? Because on fourth index Here on the third index, Kumar was there, right? Because this is 0th, this is first, this is second, this is third. And on the fourth index, again, I'm entering the same object, right? Same element, that is Kumar. So they are giving me the last index of, right? Or you can even try for index of, right? Only index of. But it will return you the first index of that. I will only have index of Kumar. Let's check. So it will give me first index of that particular element is 3 and the last index is 4, right? We can even do the changes here. Here we'll have Kumar, here we'll have Ajay, right? And now you can check index difference, right? First index where the Kumar is on 0th index and at the last it is on 4th index, right? So last index of, only index of, okay, then any other methods. This will return the array, the whole array, and I need to take another array here, that string string array equals to, and then I need to call this method. So it will return an array which contains all the elements in the list and add all that we have seen. Fine. Different methods only you are having and you are trying with it, right? You don't have to apply your logic here. You can also try by your own few methods, okay? Fine, so you can write down your enrollment numbers here. And everyone, please write your number only once, not 5 to 6 times. Running, especially you, only single time you need to write your number, not 5, 6 times. You will get attendance for once only. Anyone who is remain to write their number, Allah, Vikas, Daniel, Daraja, Ava, Gloria, Matthews, Hasnat, Shekhar, Shubham, Sunny. I hope you have written your numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, I'm here.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, Allah.
You want anything?
Sorry.
You want anything? You ask me anything?
What you are saying, I'm not getting, Allah.
Yes, yes. I'm sended my roll number.
Okay, yeah. If you have written, then it's fine.
Yes. I can leave?
You can't write your number or okay, yeah, it is there. Yes. Fine.
Yes.
I said if you have not written, then you can write. If already written, then ignore it.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah.